A rainy day in London town. Materials. Water-soluble black marker, like a Mr. Sketch marker, would be great. A pencil, a brush, some water, paper towel, a sheet of red construction paper, Sharpie, glue stick, and scissors. London, England. London, England has a skyline full of iconic architecture from Big Ben to the London Eye and St. Paul's Cathedral, which you'll see in a little bit. In this lesson, you will create a layered London cityscape with some of these iconic sites simplified into marker line drawings. Then you will give your cityscape a rainy day look by painting over the marker with water. It's fun and a simple technique that makes the cityscape come alive. Finally, you will collage red objects onto your picture, such as a double-decker bus, a telephone booth, or whatever you can think of. If you haven't already, please watch the video. It's a tour by children that live in London, England. I think it's a great way to look around the city for a couple minutes, and you can see what London's actually like. This is Big Ben. This is called the London Eye. These things are in the video. And this is St. Paul's Cathedral. You will notice these things in the video, along with other things that we can use in our picture of our cityscape of London. Let's begin. Here are some iconic places in London that you saw in a video, or just now. St. Paul's Cathedral, Big Ben, Parliament, that's where they make all the decisions in government, and that's where Big Ben's located as well. The London Eye, which is a Ferris wheel, Tower Bridge, which goes over the river, the Thames, and the Tower of London. Now, let's get our white piece of paper and our Mr. Sketch marker. Are you ready? You can refer to this slide as much as you want to get some ideas of things to draw. Put your paper in the landscape position, and at the very bottom, you're going to draw a straight line across. This is your horizon line. Now, above your horizon line, you're going to start putting the buildings from that paper that you saw just a few minutes ago. And you can draw as much as you want. Please make sure that your buildings cover your entire paper from one end to the other. You can even overlap things if you want. Now you can put your marker away and get a cup of water and a brush. If you have a paper towel, you can get that too. Let's begin. If you remember painting the elephants earlier this year, we're doing the same technique. We're going to get a cup of water and a brush, and we're going to go over all of the black marker lines to create a gray color. London's known for a lot of rain, and that's why we're making this grayish. So we're using the same technique as we used earlier this year. So in order to make a gray, you have to touch the wet brush onto the black marker with the water. That's how you make the gray color. When you're finished, put your water and brush away. Now you can put this on the drying rack to dry while you do the next steps. You're going to be getting a sheet of red construction paper, a pencil and a Sharpie, and scissors and glue. Now, this is where we're going to be putting things into the cityscape. Take a look at that middle picture. Do you see the double-decker bus? Do you see the clock face on Big Ben? And do you see the telephone booth? These are just a couple red things that you could put in your collage. You're going to use your Sharpie to decorate. You can even use crayons if you want. Let's take a look. Here is a double-decker bus. These are all over London. Sometimes the top doesn't have a roof and it's just open. You can take tours of London on them. Here is the bridge that goes over the Thames River. This is Big Ben and the clock face that's on Big Ben. This is at the top of Parliament, their government. Here is a telephone booth. You can even make the white sign at the top that says telephone in your picture. Here's a finished picture. Do you see how there's details on all the things that were added? There's even a red flag if you want to make that. This is the rainy day in London town for week 28. Make sure you put this on Artsonia. Bup, 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 clean up.